Hi, Verl Workman here, and welcome to Workman Wisdom. Here we are in the month of April, and it's time to talk about what it looks like to build your A team. Now, so what is an A team? I'm going to talk about real estate teams today, and I'm going to write here A team. So what is your A team? Teams mean different things to different people. A team could be a single agent who hires an assistant. It could be a single agent who has a transaction coordinator that's in the office that handles all their transaction processing. My definition of a team, however, is a little bit different. A team is a group of people that are working together that are able to accomplish a lot more than any of the single participants or members of the team could do on their own. A great team consists generally in real estate of a team leader. This is usually the person who started the business, who's out there, and they get to a point where they're so busy now they need to add somebody else. So who do you add? And how do we start with real estate, with building a real estate team? I'm going to begin by just kind of breaking down the positions of how I would build a real estate team. So first I have my team leader. The team leader is also usually the listing partner or the listing agent who focuses on making sure that we have inventory. When the agent gets busy, they need to hire help. The first person they hire, they'll call it a transaction coordinator, they'll call it a catch-all. My job description for this position is called a client care coordinator, or CCC. The client care coordinator, when we break down the job description, their role includes everything. Everything before, during, and after a transaction. They are there to support the client. They're there to support the team leader to make sure the team leader focuses on the three most important things. And that's prospecting, listing showing houses, and negotiating contracts. Everything else should be done by the client care coordinator. As the team begins to grow, there's a few things that you should know about building a real estate team. Number one is that listings matter. The reasons listings matter is if you have one listing, you have all the realtors in your market with buyers in that price range trying to sell your house. If you represent a buyer, then you're competing with all the other buyers' agents to find that one home. If you own the inventory, you're guaranteed someone's going to buy a property. You're much more likely to sell it. So I'm going to say that listings is critical. For every one listing that you generate, it should equal 1.5 buy-side closings. So every listing you get should equal 1.5 buy-side closings. So as an agent who's out there focused on listings, if you stop working with buyers and you spend more of your time prospecting for listings, that means you're going to have somebody come in and help you with those buyers. So once you get your client care coordinator and you've taken all your admin stuff off of your task list and somebody else is doing it, the next hire is a buyer's agent. Now, the way that we do buyer's agents is for every 25 leads we generate as a team, we add one more buyer's agent. So if I have 100 leads coming in, that would be 4 buyer's agents. Now, just because we track numbers on everything, we know the numbers on this, for every listing you get, one listing should equal 6 to 8 leads a month. So if you have 10 listings would equal 60 to 80 leads. That's 3 buyer's agents. So if you have 10 listings, you should have 3 buyer's agents and 1 client care coordinator. That is the basis of a team. Now, why don't people do teams? Because they think that the clients need them. I hear all the time from customers, well, nobody can do it as good as me, and well, they really hired me, so I feel bad turning them over or giving them to a buyer's agent. Well, let me give you a different perspective. If you were to take yourself out of the equation and decide that it's not about you and ask, how can I provide my client the highest level of service, would your answer be the same? A buyer's agent who all they do is work with buyers means they know the market well. They show lots of properties. They understand what things are going under contract for. They negotiate effectively. As a result of doing that 50 or 60 times a year, they're going to be better at it than any single agent that does it 7 or 8 times a year. So by providing your client with a higher level of expertise, you're actually giving them a higher level of service. The same thing goes with client care. A great client care coordinator should be able to do somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to 150 closings a year. If you do 100 to 150 closings a year, you've got great systems and processes for everything, you are an expert at it. And so none of your clients are going to be upset that you turned them over to someone who's better at processing a transaction than you. It's just a different mindset. And it's a focus on creating a better customer experience. So it's not about giving them away or turning them off or having it be about you. I'd like to tell you that as much as I care about you, the clients really don't care about you. They care about themselves. They care about their families, the homes that they use. Building your A team is critical in understanding exactly what those positions are. Now, we like to create clearly defined roles and clearly defined goals for each of these positions. Let me give you an example. Clearly defined role would be a job description for a client care coordinator. It's 2 pages of all the things I want a client care coordinator to do. If you were to pull up your action plans from last month's operational excellence and say, here's all the things that we have to do before, during, and after listings, buyers, and everything, those are things that would be included in the job description for your client care coordinator. When I do a buyer's agent, my buyer's agent really has 3 primary responsibilities: prospect, show homes, and negotiate contracts. That's it. Now, I'm going to make him do things for prospecting. I'm going to make him do their 61 points of rhythm. We're going to track the activities that generate the results. We're going to make sure they're prospecting a minimum of an hour a day. All of those activities that generate the result are the things that we're going to track, and that's part of the job description of a buyer's agent. A really good buyer's agent, and I'll just give you some numbers on this, should produce somewhere between 3 and 5 transactions a month. 3 to 5 transactions a month. We can get into compensation in another session, but for right now, I want you to just imagine that you've got 3 buyer's agents doing 3 to 5 transactions a month, what that would do to your bottom line. Even if your buyer's agents are on something like a 50-50 split, that would change your outcome by $150,000 to $200,000 a year in net profit for each buyer's agent. They'd make a lot of money, you'd make a lot of money, the client would be better served. The key in having and building an A team is making sure you have systems and processes for every position and everything that you want to do. Intentionally create the team that you want by establishing your core values and a clear mission of what you want to accomplish, and go out there and make a difference in the world. Having a team is no different than being an individual agent. The only difference is your ability to provide higher level of service and scale to a different planet. Good luck with building your A team.